Madam, sorry to disturb you. Slide
Yes,
share.
sir. Yes, sir, you can share the slides. I've given the preference.
It is already there, no? Shared, huh?
No, sir, it is not shared, sir. It's shared, sir. No, I'm not sharing. I haven't shared the screen.
Please.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Now you are able to share it, sir? Yes, sir. We are able to see your screen, sir. So we are able to see your screen, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it okay, madam?
Yes, sir. Slideshow, you put it, sir. Put it the full screen mode, sir.
Full Is
Yes,
it
sir.
okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, good afternoon to all. Today's session we are planning to see what are the laws are available in the Indian patent scenario to enforce your patented rights. For the last few sessions, you would have been learned what are the different IPR laws, and what are the types of different laws, and how the laws, how the applications will be filed, and what are the different procedures, act, rules, fees, deadlines, and other formalities in the patent office to file your application and to prosecute and get the application. Once the patent would have been got, then it is a duty of the country. The particular exclusive right would have been given to the applicant. At the same time, the government has to give the protection to the applicant. Somebody should not get into that and should not enjoy the benefits by the others. To taking into consideration, India IP laws are extremely important for the scientific development of the country. Strong IP legislations ensure the progress in various fields and result in the growth of the country knowledge bank. However, it is at most importance of the strong IP law must be equally strong enforcement mechanism should be there to protect once the IPR rights would have been got by the individual monopoly. Now we will get into the session. Of course, what is invention? Invention means is a new product or a process which involves inventive steps. Of course, it's a non-obviousness and it should be a capable of industrial applicability. If these are the patentable criteria would have been met, then the patent office will look into this other prospects. Accordingly, your invention will be granted. Then patent right is exclusive right granted to the owner to exclude or import your invention without your knowledge or without your authorization. So somebody, for example, if you bought a land, if you bought a land and legally it would have been registered, suddenly if somebody will come and encroach your property, if they are arguing that the property belongs to mine, then what will be the action would have been taken in such situations? If the documents would be legally registered, then you have the weightage, then show in front of the legal authorities, this document, this property belongs to me and would have been properly registered under the Indian Register Act. Then accordingly, the merit of the case will be decided. It is a duty of the defendant also would have to show if it is property belongs to you, who is the person when he is going to file a suit against you. It is the duty of the person to show that is the burden belongs to that person who is going to file a suit. So according to the infringement or the enforcement concerns, then it is the burden is shifted to the person one who making an infringement or a suit. Patent enforcement means enforcing one's right in the patent or the invention. It generally constitute a lawsuit filed by the patent holder against the parties who have infringed upon their patent rights. So enforcement means it's a lawful suit. Those who are infringing your right, the right should be accordingly, the right should be there are some things happening. Sorry to disturb you. Some of the judicial bodies are there for resolving the patent related disputes in India. The first body is Indian Patent Office. So whatever the infringement or somebody would have been copied your patented invention, then these are the first people to look into this your issue. If you are brought into the notice of the patent office will look into this matter, whether the actual infringement would have been happened, the patented product or the documents would have been filed in the patent office. It also maintains the records of the renewals and the working of the patent. The IPO participation is involving the dispute related to grant a patent and pre-grant as well as the post-grant oppositions. And the second body is the Intellectual Appellate Board that has been situated in Chennai. At presently, the intellectual property would have been squashed. Accordingly, new body would have been created from the Delhi High Court. The third forum will be the District Court and the High Courts. And the final forum will be the Supreme Court of India. Conception is there. Different stages of infringement can occur. The first thing is conception. This is where the conception means the intention. The patented invention would have been not protected or not filed or not materialized in the paper form. If there is an idea, that idea would have been shared to somebody. For example, if you have an idea, you are sharing that idea to your colleague. This is the idea I have got. This is the problem. This problem would have been solved by this methodology. Then the idea would have been previously known by you. Now the idea would have been shared by some of your friends. If your friend will be a clever and a smart person, definitely if you wanted to make a money for that, he will file before you are filing the application in the patent office. Then he will become a true and first owner. You will be losing even though you are the creator, you are the owner, the idea would have been conceived by you. But actually your friend will be a clever, smart person. He will steal your idea and he will make it in a materialized form. He will protect under the idea which was created by you or which was told by you. So you should be very careful whenever you have idea before materializing or documenting your idea or the invention. Don't disclose to any of your friends, even if it is a close friends also. In such situation, this is the conception where there is no documents or writings on the records. In this invention is not yet patented and the inventor has no legal protection yet. Patent enforcement cannot occur at this stage. So be careful in this stage. So when the patent protection or the enforcement will start once it is materialized. If it is only in a immaterial or idea or a creation, it is there in your human mind, that will not be protected. The second one will be the documentation. The documentation, of course, there are a lot of examples. The classic two examples are trade secrets for Coca-Cola and the KFC spicy chickens. These are the trade secrets would have been stored under the documentation trade secret IPR protection. Accordingly, whoever the stealing or the infringing these ideas, they will have the option to protect under this documentation. The third one will be the patent pending. If you have idea that would have been filed in the Indian Patent Office, then the patent prosecution would not have started. You have filed the application would have been not yet taken up by the patent officers, and the prosecution would have been not yet started. In such situations, you feel that somebody would have been stealing your invention, then our opponent also will came to know that these things will be started, when means the patent application will be published. Unless until there is a the third party or the outsiders will not came to know that this invention will be available in the public domain. So this is the pending decision would have been not yet taken. In such stages, such situation also, there is a chance to file a infringement suit or enforcement suit. The fourth one is the patent enforced. Patent has been granted, then the patent is enforced. You are the exclusive monopoly right owner of the particular right. Then that stages, if somebody after the grant also, the granted documents will be published in the patent office official journal. Accordingly, the interested person will came to know that the invention is similar to my invention. Then that time there is a chance to come and represent it in front of the patent office. It is similar to my invention. I have got the patented invention. This, how can you grant this invention? In such cases also, there will be a chance to file an infringement suit. And the expiration, at this stage, patent has been expired, or in this situation, once the patent would have been granted, some of the duties are there to the patent holder to keep enforce in his patent. That is the way of making the renewal payment in the periodically, as well as updating the working patent of invention in the patent office, as well as it is a duty to updating what are the status would have been happening in your patented invention, whether you have made compulsory licensing to other people, or what kind of things would have been started. You have been given your right to somebody people, legally you are authorized or legally you are licensed to somebody. In such situation, you have to update all the information in the patent office. If you fails to do so, then automatically, even though you are the owner of the patent particular invention, accordingly you will be losing your patent right if somebody would have been infringing your right. Now, what are the things would have been happening in front of the patent office? That's what patent is pending. Now we will be, the first body will be the Indian Patent Office. We will see the session now. In front of the patent office, what are the different options will be available to oppose or to revoke if somebody would have been infringing or somebody would have been stealing your patented invention. If the patent would have been not granted, there will be a provision called, it is a pre-grant representation. In such situation, once the application would have been filed, after filing that application, request of application would have been requested by either the inventor or the third party. Accordingly, the application will be published in the official gazette of the Indian Patent Office. Then it will come into the knowledge of the third people. Then they will see whether this invention is similar to my invention, how the invention could be granted. Then immediately they can make a representation to the Indian Patent Office. Then accordingly, the merit of the case, the patent officer will see whether the case would have been taken into consideration or cannot be taken into consideration. Now we will see who can make the representation. According to the pre-grant representation consents, any person can make a representation. There will be a difference between post-grant opposition, that is called post-grant opposition. This is called pre-grant representation. Representation is different from the opposition. Representation, anybody can make a representation in the patent office without any fee. But the post-grant opposition is not like that. Any person cannot make all person. Only the person who is interested only can make a opposition and the patent would have been granted. Who can make these things? After publication, I have told you, when it will be coming to the public domain means the particular invention should be published. Then only it will come to the public knowledge. Then only the third person or the public will came to know that such invention will be available. By seeing that one only, they can make a representation. That's what this is the important procedures. after publication, but before the grant. As not the patent application would have been not granted, it is under in a pending stage, then the pre-grant representation can be made. The third thing will be there, along with pre-grant representation, what are the documents need to be filed? Of course, statement. What kind of statements you are making? There will be a grounds available as per the Indian Patent Act. So based on that grounds, you have to make a statement. By making the statement, accordingly, you need to provide the evidence or the support of that statement. The statement should be made in support of the application within 3 months in the patent, once the pre-grant representation would have been received by the patent office, immediately this representation should be forwarded to the applicant. The patent office has received the pre-grant representation. These are the statement and evidence. It is a duty of the applicant to see all the statement and evidence. It is a duty of the applicant to reply within the 3 months. The statements and the evidence would have been made by the opponent. Accordingly, the request of hearing should be contested. If controller would have been satisfied, the reply would have been given by the applicant, or the inventor would have given the given in the reply satisfied. It is not necessary to contest the hearing. But as per the our honorable CGPDTM has given the instruction for the new things, whatever the merit of the case, hearing should be offered. Then only the merit of case should be given, because it is an opportunity of the natural, under the natural justice, the people should be called and the representation should be, hearing should be given. Oral arguments also will be taken into consideration. Accordingly, the merit of the case should be decided, whether the patent should be go for the prosecution of a grant, or the patent should be withdrawn or the revoked. When the controller will consider the representation, when the pre-grant representation should be filed, after the publication of the pre-grant representation should be filed. But patent office, when the patent office will take a representation, means before the grant, the application should not be granted. At the same time, it should be published. Accordingly, apart from this, request for examination must be filed. Then only the pre-grant representation will be taken into consideration by the patent official. Accordingly, the merit of the case will be decided. After considering the representation, if required, notice of application will be given. Applicant within 1 month from the date of notice shall a statement and evidence, if any, support should be given to the patent office. That's what 3 month time period would have been given. Then 1 month time period would have been given to the opponent. Either the controller may refuse or to grant due to the merit of the cases. These are the gist of the things. What are the pre-grant? Rule 55 is a corresponding rule for section 25(1)(d) is the pre-grant representation matters, and the corresponding rule is rule 55(1) to 55(5) relates to pre-grant representation. This is the rule. 25(1) will be the Patent Act sections. Okay. Representation of the opposition under section 25(1) and rule 55, no patent shall be granted before expiry of 6 months from the above publications. Consideration of representation after filing of the request for examination. Notice to the applicant, we have received a representation, and reply statement and evidence within the 3 months need to be filed. Hearing should be filed, and passing of order ordinarily within the 1 month from the date of hearing happened. What are the criteria of the grant? Because grant will not be happen before granting the application, it is a duty of the patent office to look into this, whether any pre-grant representation would have been filed, anybody would have been opposed under section 25(1) of the Act. Then after that, it is opposed but decided in favor of the applicant, whether we have to see, even though it would have been opposed, but the case would have been not refused, it is favor of the applicant, then accordingly the case would have been processed. The third one will be the not refused under section 15 and not in any contravention of under section 43(1), because there will be any defense clamping or any atomic energy clampings or any other dispute. So it is a duty of the controller have to see if anything is pending for the particular invention. Accordingly, the patent will not be granted. The second thing will be the post-grant opposition. I have told you in the post-grant opposition, the patent have been granted by the inventor. According to, in that situation, if you feel that the published granted patent is similar to my invention, but I have missed to make a representation while the pre-grant representation, now only I came to know that, then immediately it is a duty of the opponent to make a representation or the opposition in front of the patent office. Any time of what will be the time limit for making the post-grant opposition? Any time after the grant of patent, but before the expiry of 1 year from the date of publication. There will be a two publication will be there. Once you have filed the application, there will be one publication. That time bibliographic details will be there. After the grant of your patented application, then another one publication. In such publication, there will be a granted set of claims and important figures, everything will be available. That will be taken into here. The period 1 year from the date of publication of the grant of patent, any person interested may give a notice of opposition in the prescribed manner. I have told you, pre-grant representation, any person can make a representation, but post-grant representation can be made only a person interested in the particular field of the invention. Grounds of opposition, of course, n number of grounds are there. The important grounds are wrongfully obtained. In these things happened, especially in the colleges or the universities or the R&D institutions. So, for example, if somebody would have been doing the research as a senior research fellow or a junior research fellow or a postdoctoral degree or a project assistant or whatever the designation, he will be associated with the principal scientist or the director. That time, the director would have been giving some kind of instruction to the person, the project assistant. The project assistant's duty to conduct the research and he has to submit the report. Later stage, sometimes if the project assistant will be the clever person, he can make up an invention for that particular subject matter. In such cases, this will be the scientist will came to know that this is the project received from DST or a DPT. I have been hired the person for the project assistant. It is my idea and my things would have been protected under these things. Then if you bought into the notice along with research, then you will be making a dissertation. You wanted to file an invention, wanted to protect under the patent law, then suddenly there will be a dispute between the guide and the students. In such cases also, it is a duty to brought into the notice to show that who is the true inventor or the first inventor. Accordingly, the merit of the case will be decided. And the prior publication, that's what I have told you. If some invention, for example, if it is a 5-stroke engine or a 3-stroke engines would have been invented by you, there will be a similar kind of patented invention will be already granted and will be available in the public domain, in the patent literature and the non-patent literature or any kind of forms. If it is already there, the similar kind of invention would have been filed and the same invention would have been granted in the Indian Patent Office by mistakenly, then it is a duty of the opponent to produce the prior published details. Accordingly, the case will be rejected. If it is a prior claiming, also the claims have been already, the particular claim, particular piece of the knowledge, particular features would have been already claimed and protected by the sum of the patented document or any kind of literature, then it is a duty to show, especially in these things, patented documents will be taken into consideration for the prior claiming. For the prior public use, the use or the knowledge will also known to the public, but which have been not been protected under the patent law. In such cases, the prior use, it is you have to show. For example, if it is some kind of treatment or the traditional treatment, somebody would have been some generation would have been doing some kind of treatment, would have been protected under the patent law. For example, if it is the yoga, or for example, if it is, you can take it as a prior use for the turmeric cases and neem cases also. Because the neem and the turmeric would have been already well known in the Indian country scenario, but that would have been protected by somebody which have been not protected or not documented anything in India, then prior use should be shown into the patent office. Accordingly, the case would have been revoked. What is the obviousness? That's what inventive steps. Sometimes patent office would have been missed to see the clear relevant documents. For example, if the case, for example, I am a patent examiner or the patent officer, I am a specialist in the biochemistry. Sometimes I would have been forced to see some general cases also. In that time, I would have been not properly used key terms. I am not a master in that particular field. I would have been used general keywords. I am unable to retrieve the closest to prior art document, but the case would have been granted. Then it is a duty of the opponent to show this is the closest to prior art documents. If you cite these documents accordingly, it is obvious to the person skilled in the art by making the combination of this document and the combination of another documents to conceive the present invention. Accordingly, the patent would be revoked. And second, and another thing will be the insufficiency of description. What is insufficiency of the description? For example, in the patented documents, it is a duty of the inventor to disclose what are the inventions or what are the research would have been carried out in that particular in respect to the particular invention. If he fails to do so, to disclosing all the possible methodologies or the experimenter or the bar charts or whatever the tables, in such situations, if he fails to do so, you may tell that, sir, it is my invention only. I have conducted research, but I am failed to disclose in the complete specification or the description. Then that time also accordingly it is insufficiency comes. Insufficiency means best method of performing the invention. You have to show, for example, if a particular optimal temperature, particular yield would have been, a particular invention would have been having the higher yield. For example, urea production or some vaccine preparation or whatever the invention may be, if it would have been climbed a broad type of temperature, for example, 0 to 100 degree, but you have not conducted temperature, you have climbed 0 to whatever the temperature yield will be my invention. But somebody particularly would have optimized temperature for 75 to 80, higher yield will be there. Then accordingly, you would have been disclosed that particular experimental result. Accordingly, it is considered as an insufficiency. Similarly, the pH range. Similarly, whatever that optimal, if you are claiming the broad range, you should be very careful, especially for the compounds. If you are claiming push type of claims, you would have been given all aromatic and aliphatic and whatever the general terminology will be there in the organic chemistry. If you have been given, sometimes there will be a chances if it is insufficiency disclosure. But to disclose, give some example for aromatic example or aliphatic, similar way, whatever the best examples. If you fails to do show in description, will be revoked. Failure to disclose about the foreign filing applications. For that, this is in case of if you have filed a patent application in the Indian Patent Office. According the Indian Patent Office, if you have filed, it is a boundary related one. If it have been filed, then it is applicable only within the territory of India. It is not bounding to the outside the Indian Patent Office, outside the India. Then in such situation, you need to protect the application in the international patent application. International patent application can be filed either the way of Paris Convention or in the way of Patent Cooperation Treaty. These are the two pathways will give you to protect your invention in the foreign countries. So don't think that if the patent invention would have been filed in the Indian Patent Office, it will be applicable for all the countries which will be around in you. So better to, if you have a market, good market, a good need, good demand, good requirement, then think about in that angle, do survey, marketing strategy, and other things and all, where my invention will be required. maybe there will be a chance India, the particular product will not, there will be a no huge demand, then it might be huge demand for the foreign countries. For example, if it is the method of medical second treatment will be applicable in Europe and other countries. Under the sun, everything will be patented under the USPTO. So there will be a difference between Patent Act and rules country to country. In such situation, India will not grant, for example, 3K patent. Software invention per se will not be patentable under the Indian patent law. Similarly, method of treatment will not be patentable under the patent law. In such situation, better to protect your invention in foreign countries, because if would have been not protected, then accordingly you are the inventor, somebody would have been stealing the invention which was published in India, he will become a owner of the particular your invention to the other foreign countries, he will export and import, and he will generate revenue, and he will get royalty. So it is a duty of the applicant. If you would have been filed a application in foreign countries, he has to update the information in the patent office. If fails to do so, that will be also one of the ground. Accordingly, your application will be rejected. And another one will be a convention application. That's what I have told you. There will be a two routes for filing an international application. One will be the convention application, and another will be the PCT route. The convention application or the PCT route, if the Indian nation or an Indian resident would have been filed the application in the Indian Patent Office, from the date within 12 months period, you need to file a foreign application under the Paris Convention or the PCT route. If he fails to do so, then you need not get the priority. For example, 1/1/2021, you have filed an invention in the Indian Patent Office, then you are filing an international application before 1/1/2022. If you are filing international application, for example, 25/12/2021, then your priority will start from the application you have filed in the Indian Patent Office is 1/1/2020. So the priority will be retained. Otherwise, your priority will not be retained. The day which you have filed, that will be the date of filing. Your own invention will become a citation for your foreign application. There will be a chance. That is so. It is a duty to file application. If you fails to do so, then you have filed your application for foreign countries. Somebody will came to know that they will walk into the patent office, sir, convention application not filed within the 12 months period. Accordingly, the case will be decided. Another thing will be the complete specification does not disclose or wrongfully mention the source of geographical origin or a biological material. Especially this will be come into the picture for the biological inventions, for biotechnology invention, or the geographical resource would have been used. In such cases only, it is a duty of the applicant to disclose where you have obtained that biological resource, whether in the market form, readily available form, or whether if it might be a plant, it might be a seed, or it might be a root, or it might be any parts of the biological material. So in such situation, if I have been collected this source from the southern parts of country, or the northern parts of the country, the western part of the country, the region should be, or the biological material need to be disclosed in the patented specification. If it fails to do so, sir, then that will be also one of the ground to refuse your case. Anticipated by oral knowledge and otherwise available within any community, I have told you. Similar is a classic example will be the turmeric and the neem and the basmati cases. So these are the cases. There will be oral knowledge. That the oral knowledge means wound healing property of turmeric is well known, and fungicidal, pesticidal property of the neem will be well known. Basmati, of course, it is protected under the geographical indication. It will be a particular region or the particular situation or a particular temperature would have been cultivated by the particular rice, which have a special aroma, which have a special size, which have a special taste. So that will be protected under the GI tag. But the prior oral knowledge means these are the oral knowledge which is available in the community of the people, but which have been not protected under the Patent Act. This is the overview. used in India, insufficient, lacking of inventory steps, wrongfully obtained, prior publications, post-priority publication but prior claiming, information regarding foreign filing not updated, traditional knowledge of India or elsewhere, not only in India, worldwide, insufficient. At presently, Indian Patent Office has created with the help of CSIR traditional knowledge digital library. Whatever the traditional knowledge have been available in our country, that would have been made in a translated version and they made as a library. That library digital CDs would have been given to foreign countries like a European Patent Office, United States of Patent Office. They are sharing their knowledge. If you would have been the traditional knowledge of India, you would have been protecting under USPTO or Europe. They will see the traditional knowledge digital library a document, accordingly your case will be refused. Insufficiency of disclosure, I have told you, that's what. Not a patentable also one of the ground. Even though your invention will be considered as an invention, but it will not be protected under the Patent Act. Some of this would have been already covered by you. In such cases also, these sections deals in section 3 and section 4 and section 5, section 2 and J. Even though your invention will be invention, but will not be protected under the patent law due to the policy matter. These are the duties of the patentist. That's what I told you. Don't think that once you bought a patent, you have received a patent letter from the Indian Patent Office, you should not happily roaming here and there, just framing or whatever the things you are doing. You are making commercialization, you are giving a license, you are generating a revenue, you are getting a royalty, that and all fine. But if you fail to update some of the formalities which was there in the Indian Patent Office, then you will be the most loser. If some infringement suit, when it comes to enforcement, then accordingly you will fail. So better keep periodically update your patent renewal. Present Form 28 for commercial working of your invention, and also periodical report to the controller to the commercial working of your patent. These also will be one of the grounds. Somebody will call the compulsory license. Morning sessions would have been, speaker, sir would have been taken all this. What are the things would be claimed for compulsory licenses? Proceedings under the post-grant opposition. What are the proceedings? That's what I told you. Any interested person, any person here, there will be a pre-grant representation, any person, post-grant representation, any interested person. Who is an interested person? The person, one who having the knowledge, or the person, one who having the patent, or the person, one who are financing that particular invention, or the person, one who having the manufacturing capacity, or the person, one who have been exporting the particular things. All the peoples will be considered interested for the particular invention, because you will be getting a revenue or you will be doing service for that particular invention. If the patent would have been granted, there will be a huge loss, because he would have been spent more money for making, for commercializing, for exporting, importing, or whatever the way. In such situation, he will be the loser. So he is the person who is interested. For accordingly, the another interested person will be the large population of particular diseases. If it is the 8 populations, those people also will be having the NGO. These people will be considered as interested people. Similarly, cancer population people will also, NGOs will be considered as interested people, because the patented would have been granted for the product patent. Then the cost of the patent will be huge, will not be affordable for a country like India, developing countries. There will be a huge number, number of AIDS population and the number of cancer people. The dosage will be, if it is the lakhs, then they are the sufferers. They have to brought into the notice of Indian Patent Office. After commercializing, if the cost of the product or the medicine will be more, then accordingly also, if somebody would have been giving very cheaper cost than the patented product, accordingly the compulsory license will be given. Then these are also the people, affected parties, public, these are also interested persons. How the pre-grant, post-grant opposition will be filed. pre-grant representation will be filed by using Form 7A. There will be no fee for that. Any person, any time before the grant, after the publication, free of cost, by using Form 7A, he can make a representation to the Indian Patent Office. But considering post-grant opposition, Form 7 is a form which need to be filed, a prescribed fee, and for interested person only need to be filed. That into after the grant within 1 year time period, after the publication of the granted claims or the granted patented specifications. The notice of opposition should be accompanied, that's what, similar way, written statement and evidences. What are the grounds I have told you, no? According to in this particular ground, this is my statement, supporting document. You need to provide support. How? Which document you are eligible to revoke the particular thing. So it is a duty of the person. Burden of proof will be shifted to the person one who opposes. It is a duty of the person to show all the merits, evidences, and documents and statement. Then, if it is at the same vice versa, applicant wanted to defend it, then it is his duty to defend it by showing the documents and evidences in front of the patent office. Once the post-grant opposition received, immediately the controller, there will be a different time periods will be there. Then after the time periods, once all the statement reply, the post-grant opposition should be forwarded to the applicant. Applicant need to file a reply. After receiving that reply, again the one more chances will be given to the applicant. He has to file what is further reply and evidence for the thing. All the things would have been over, then further argument, further documents will not be allowed. That is allowed in the purview of the controller. Controller will form the opposition board. This is constituted by the Indian Patent Office. The particular cases, opposition board is nothing is the particular case would have been opposed. Who is the controller and examiner? These people will not be there in the opposition board. The rest of the officers will be there in the opposition board. Opposition board is a 3-member committee, the 1 chairman and 2 technical members. So they have these documents will be forwarded to that particular opposition board. The board will see all the merits, which grounds you have been made a statement, whether the ground is a valid ground, whether the documents are valid documents, whether you made the allegation is a correct allegation, is a wrong allegation or not. They will see accordingly, they will recommend the technical things to the hearing officer. By taking into consideration, the hearing officer will taking into consideration of opposition board recommendation, the merit of the case will be decided. This is the gist I have told you. Similarly, corresponding things will be section 25(2) for the post-grant opposition. Section 25(1) will be the pre-grant representation. Rule will be Rule 55(1) for the pre-grant representation corresponding rule. Corresponding rule for the 25(2) is a 56. So these are the things. 12 months from the grant notification, any interested person, the fee will be Form 7A. Prescribed fee for the natural person is a 2,400 rupees. If it is the legal entity, company or other people's, 6,000 rupees need to be filed. Constitution of opposition board and filing of written statement, filing of reply statement within 2 months, reply evidence by the opponent within 1 month you need to file. Further evidence with the leave of the controller, then hearing will be happened. Hearing in within 10 days in advance notice will be issued both the parties, opponent as well as the applicant. This is already similar to the grounds which I have already told you. Use of technical information. Some of the information, even though would have been protected under the IP laws, but would have been used by somebody, there will be exclusion will be there. The person will not be considered as an infringer. He has not stolen your protected invention. There will be exclusion for certain things. If it is the patent would have been lapsed, a particular time period, 20 years time period would have been lapsed, then it will come to the public domain. It will become a piece of knowledge for the further R&D, for the further scientific developments. The second thing will be the patent granted for the countries other than India will not be infringing. Non-patent literature, product not patentable under the Indian law. Compulsory license, you are authorized, you are given the license to somebody. If he is licensing and importing and exporting, you cannot file an infringement suit, but it is a duty of you to monitor him, how much cost he will be giving for the Singapore, and if it is the Malaysia, and what will be the price. Accordingly, whether the royalty you are receiving or not, it is a duty of the applicant. According to this, will not be considered as an infringement. The Polar Provision Section 107A talks about allows the manufacturer to begin the generic medicines. For example, patented medicine product is going to expire 20 years, then the cost will be more. If somebody would have been made a cheaper cost by making a generic medicine, similar medicine, cheaper cost by making a derivative or some different forms, the different forms will not be protected under Section 3D of the Patent Act. It should be a new or it should be a novel, a derivative or a metabolite or a salt or a polymorph or whatever the things, unless until if it is show the therapeutic efficacy, or it will not be considered as a new compound or a new product. In such situation, you are allowed to make a generic medicine according to the brought into the market expiry of the patent. Will not be considered as the patented person will not come and oppose he has infringing my patent. Parallel importation, I have told you, that's what it is a duty of the patent owner when we're given the license. That's what R&D purpose, if you are using some invention, will be exceptions. Invention may be used without infringement from the research purpose, experimental, education and training. Better to make a courtesy. This has been taken from so-and-so DST project, which was done by Dr. So-and-so person, then that will be safe for you. Conditions for enforcement of right. That's what enforcing, when the enforcement will start, patent must be valid. Patent must be enforced. If it is the invalid or if it is the lapsed patent, you should not file a infringement suit. Name of the patentee or assignee or license. That's what it is a duty of the applicant to update all the informations to the patent office. That should be recorded in the patent office registers. If you fail to do so, later stage, you don't have the right to. Accordingly, the license would have been given. There will be a chances of misunderstanding between you and the owner. Then again come to the patent office. The patent office will look into this patent register, whether the assignments have been given, whether the license would have been prosecuted. There will be a no license. There will be a no assignment. That infringement cannot be considered. Some of the Camels versus Navisco, and $56 as the award for the Pfizer versus International. For 44 million, the blood oxygenator, Pfizer versus American Hospital Supply for the $205 millions from the Indian designs for the Rock Drive, Smith Industries Youth Tools, 873 million of the Rice instant camera Polaroid versus Kodak. These are the awards that have been received with the infringement suits filed. The second forum will be there. First, I have told you Indian Patent Office. That is the one of the body. You can make an infringement suit or the enforcement according to the, if it is a patent application will be pending or the patent application has been granted. That I have told you regarding pre-grant representation and post-grant opposition. If controllers has given the order to the applicant or the opponent, still the opponent or the applicant not satisfied the order pronounced by the controller, then there will be a chance to appeal in the Intellectual Property Appellate Board. At presently, this appellate board has been squashed, which was previously situated in Chennai, Thanambed. Any adverse decision against the applicant, that's what this is IPAB. Presently, intellectual property has been squashed. Central government has created a intellectual property division, IPD, at Delhi High Court, to deal with the matters related to intellectual property rights and relating to IPR disputes. Patent enforcement, as per the patent document concerns, the persons will not make a suit under the criminal procedures. He can make a suit only civil court procedures, not for the criminal case procedures. That is the thing. The patent holder can start civil proceedings when seeking to enforcement in its rights. No criminal proceedings of the patent infringement cannot be instituted. Will be initiated as the patent concerns. Civil procedures can be initiated. There will be no criminal cases. In such cases, when civil procedures comes, under Section 77 has given some of the powers to the controllers as to act as a judge. He is a quasi-judicial authority. The Patent Act will giving the controllers for the empowers act like in such a particular situation as a quasi-judicial authority. The patent controller can summon or enforce the attendance of any person and examine him on his oath, because there will be a dispute will come in front of the patent controller, hearing officer. If some of the person will be witness or some of the person will be there, he will be available. His oath is very much required to decide the case. He can call upon, he can issue a summon to the particular person. He has to appear in front of the patent office. That is the thing. Powers would have been given, act as a civil court. Every party is entitled to know nature of his opponent case. The patent controller can direct and obtain the documents. That's what. There will be some particular documents which will not be given by the so-and-so person. He fails to give to the particular party. It is controller have the power. He has seek the particular documents to file the patent office. That time he has to file. If he fails to do so, actions will be initiated against him. The patent controller can evidence on the affidavits from the plaintiff. That's what. What are the evidence affidavit in the form of affidavit? If the expert scientist in that particular field would have been given, then now that will also be considered as controller can see in the merit of the case. During the proceeding of the suit, some people are exempted for appearing in person. In such circumstances, patent controller is empowered to issue commissions. That's what. They will send their assistant, they will send their some of the people, director will be very busy on the some of the meeting with the somebody people, secretary will be busy with some of the things and some of the meetings, or whoever the vice chancellor is busy, or the some of the person will be busy. If it is filed, the application would have been filed in the name of institution, the controller may call the vice chancellor also, the controller may call the director, the principal person, but sometimes he will send the assistant or the project leader or the project person. But if controller wants to appear the person, he has to appear in front of the patent office. Controller can award the cost. There will be infringement happened. If there will be a huge loss or the damage, that time what will be the damage, what will be the cost happened. If the documents would have been provided, the controller will see accordingly the damages also. He can award the cost and damages with the reasonable, with regard to all the circumstances of the cases. Patent controller can be requested to review his decision. That's what. Before IPAB, there will be on provisions. You can make a controller to review his decisions. If it is not favored to you, if it is the decision will be against you, you can make one more grievance or one more prayer. You have not taken into the piece of knowledge or the written statement or the expert opinion would have been given by me. You are not taken. Kindly review your decision by taking into consideration of the expert people opinion. Within 1 month from the date by filing Form 24. Prescribed fee within 1 month from the date of decision issued by the controller. Patent controller also have the power to taking oral evidence. So he has the power. He can call if he is giving a oral evidence, then that also will be taken into consideration. Accordingly, the case merit of the case also will be decided. The plaintiff within 3 years from the date of infringement. That's what. When they can file a suit of the infringement, whether the patent is not granted, if it is a pending or if it is a enforced or if it is a whatever the situation, the infringement suit should be filed from the infringement happened within the 3 years from the date of infringement, not from the date of grant. From the date of infringement occurred. Within 3 years, you need to file an infringement suit. Under the Patent Act, district court will be the first line of patent enforcement. So you should not directly go to, once the patent office, pre-grant representation and post-grant representation, as well as IPAB has been squashed, IPD will be there. Then further, the higher forum will be there. As per the court of law considered, district court will be the first line of patent enforcement. You have to approach first district court. Directly, you should not go to High Court or the Supreme Court. District court, you have to approach. This is the infringement would have been happened. He has infringed my patented product. Then you have to file an appeal in the district court. According to section 19 of the Civil Procedure Code, the patent can bring to suit for the infringement in the court, which has the jurisdiction wise. So court also will be jurisdiction. If it is a southern person, southern resident, southern jurisdiction, northern jurisdiction, like the area where he resides. And the patent can also bring the suit for the infringement in court, which the jurisdiction in the area where the infringement activity took place. Court can give the remedies. The remedies can be, that's what damages. What are the damages happened? Whether the party for particular, for example, if it is the vaccine, small example, if the vaccine would have been infringed by some of the people for your patented product, then you would have been imported or exported your product, then you will be, from the date of infringement, you will be losing this much huge profit by selling these things, then that damages will be awarded to you. And the injunctions, that order defendant, you can, the power, the court will give the powers, you can go and seize the in account of profits. That's what the royalty, getting the royalty from the particular, this is the loss I would have been called. I mean, the person won't have infringed account, you have to see what is the profit of that particular from date to the infringed product. That profit will be given as a royalty for that particular person, and the things and the suits will be given. There will be a injection, will be a temporary. If it is a matter will be subsided or matter will be held in the court, then temporary injection will be, direction will be given. You should not further export or further sell your product, further import your product, further manufacture your product. If it is a permanent injunction, once the case would have been, the merit would have been decided, he has an infringer, he has stolen your invention, then permanent injunction will be given. According to the Patent Act concern, section 104 to section 114 provides the certain guidelines relating to the patent infringement or patent enforcement. And also the Patent Acts, according to this section, states that the burden of proof, defense, powers of courts, act, amount of infringement, relief, all these things will be, that's what section 104A specifically means. The burden of proofs lies with the plaintiff. Another one important enforcement, apart from the enforcement, this is also an important section under the Patent Act, under section 39. Why 39 is very important? The person one would have been filed application in the Indian Patent Office. If he wanted to file application in the foreign countries, he wanted to protect an invention internationally. He is a resident of India. Otherwise, the inventor will be the resident of India either, or the company will be the resident of India. Then it is the duty of the particular applicant, either if any person, either he may be applicant or he may be a person, inventor, he has to get the prior permission to the Indian Patent Office. I am going to file this particular invention in the foreign countries. Why it is required means, due to the national security reasons, there should not be a defense stamping. there should not be atomic energy clamping, or there should not be a moral ethics or whatever it is against the government of Indian policy, then that time you need to get the prior permission. If you are moving, you will be safe zone. If without taking the things, you have been filed. Even though if you bought the patent in foreign countries, somebody would have been brought into the notice to the patent office. Without taking the permission, he has filed the application, that the application has been granted. Indian Patent Office will revoke and he is issued a notice to the particular person. There will be a chance of imprisonment. There will be a fine, 2 lakhs up to. There will be a 6-month imprisonment also will be there. In some cases, both also will be there. That's what foreign filing request. It is in the form 20 called foreign filing license. This is nothing but no objection certificate, no objection for your invention. You are going to file in the international foreign countries. What are the things need to be filed? Form 25, along with, if it is the individual, 1,600 rupees. If it is the startup, 4,000 rupees. If it is the legal entity, 8,000 rupees. Along with the complete specification, which specification you need to go into file in foreign countries, that specification. If it is filed through agent, then power of attorney need to be filed. From the date of receipt or the request, within 21 days, the patent office will issue a permission to the inventor or to the applicant to file his invention in foreign countries. That's what. Why it is required, why the patent office has to see the subject matter of the purposes. Those invention will not be, permission will not be given filed in foreign countries. This case will be referred to DRDO. They are the authorities, they have to decide whether the permission will be given or not. Unless until getting the clearance from the DRDO, applicant will not file any application in foreign countries. Similar way, missiles, drone, and guns. And these are the radioactive elements which have been used for nuclear fusion, nuclear fission reactions, or whatever the atomic energy related things. Materials have specification for deriving your invention. Those cases will be referred to BOT. Accordingly, BOT would have been given a clearance until unless you need not to file the application in the foreign countries. Full disclosure of the invention, that's what I told you. Alternatively, application there will be a probability. What probabilities I have told? If it is the inventor, Indian resident, if it is the applicant, for example, if it is the HCL company, will be situated branch office in India, head office will be a foreign countries, for example. If the person one who working as an inventor in the R&D in the India, the resident of India, the invention, if it would have been conceived, you wanted to protect in foreign countries, it's necessary to get permission from the Indian Patent Office. Then only, even though the applicant has to file the application in foreign countries. Vice versa, if it is the applicant, the company is residing in India, he is conceiving an invention in India, though it is a country, but the invention would have been conceived in India. The inventor are not the Indian resident. Such time also it is necessary to get the permission from the Indian Patent Office. If it is the inventor and the applicant, they are not the Indian citizen, no need to get any prior permission. And another one more thing, foreign license, if you have not filed the application in India, if you wanted to file the application directly to the foreign country, then only you need to get the prior permission. If you have filed the application in Indian Patent Office, after some particular time period you wanted to file application in foreign countries, then you should wait for 6 weeks period of time. By the time Indian Patent Office will scrutinize your subject matter, whether there will be a defense clamping or the atomic energy clamping. Accordingly, No need to get any prior permission, no need to file a foreign license. Wait for 6 weeks. After that, you have not received any communication from the Indian Patent Office deemed to be, you have got the approval, you have to file application in the foreign countries. In case of found relevant to the defense, that's what I told you. Fine. In case of found in the relevant defense and atomic energy by the central government, they would order accordingly, and such order is the final and cannot be questioned in any court of law. If the defense would have been refused your patented your invention, and the atomic energy would have been refused your invention, you cannot appeal anywhere. That will be the final decision. That then and there the thing will be over. There will be a chance 6 months once you can make a review. Sir, now whether the subject matter will be allowed. Now whether can I go for thing, that also will be filed to the DRDO and atomic energy. That's what I told you. If it is not getting the foreign license, filing the patent application in abroad, then accordingly there will be a contravention of the provision is punishable with imprisonment, which may extend up to 2 years or fine or both. Hello? Any doubts? Any questions you wanted to ask? Hello?
Yes, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, kindly please do ask our guest, or else post your questions in the chat window. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can please raise. There is a question, sir. Any special case you remember regarding patent litigation?
Special cases.
Yes, sir.
There will be a landmark case will be available, no, for the section 3D, Novartis cases. Whether they wanted to, I will give you one case study. Huh? This is on case study. Turmeric case dispute. It's a famous case. The turmeric is a tropical herb grown in East India, used for wound healing. Property of the turmeric is commonly used in the Indian grandparents of the patent outrated India. The USPTO, the patent was the particular invention would have been patented from the Indian person would have been settled in the US. The US patent number is 5401504, and the turmeric was awarded to the University of Mississippi Medical Center 1995, specifically for the use of turmeric in the wound healing. After this case has been challenged to the USPTO by CSIR, Director General of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Dr. Mashelkar, who has awakened India to intellectual property rights issues. This is the patented documents. This is the claims. A method of promoting healing of wound in a patient which consists essentially of administering a wound healing agent consisting of an effective amount of turmeric powder to set patients, and orally whatever the things would have been, especially wherein the said wound is a peptic ulcer, body ulcers, and also used for the surgical wound. India, where turmeric has been used medicinally for the thousands of years, concerns grew about the economically and socially damaging impact of this legal biopiracy. CSIR argues that the turmeric has been used for the thousands of years for healing wounds and rashes, and our foreparents, especially women's, would have been used as a beauty and cosmetic products while applying their faces, which will protect, it will glitter the skins while applying on the skin, upper skin part. Medicine's use was not novel in the invention accordingly. The claim was supported by the documentary evidence. Traditional, that's what. That time Indian Patent Office don't have any materialized document form. At that time, it is very difficult for the Indian Patent Office to challenge the USPTO against the inventor. After that only Mashilkar and the CSIR people realized all the things should be made it in a digital form. We have a Urdu language, there will be different languages in Indian these things. If it is a Tamil language, Telugu, Malayalam, Urdu, Hindi or whatever it may be, the proper English translation has not been provided. Unless until there will be a proper translated, verified English translation, then only the USPTO will take it into consideration. Accordingly, they will decide the case. In this case, this is the prior art will be available for us. It is in Urdu. The Urdu language would have been translated in English. Haldi, haldia powder, taken directly as a blood purifier, cures jaundice, analgesic, anti-inflammatory, extract, best tonic for eyesight, wound healing, and wound infections. This has been translated from Urdu to English by using CSIR people digital knowledge library. One created, it will deny and the biopirates on the basis of the prior knowledge of their use having excited. So turmeric case was a landmark case, as this was the first time that a patented based on the traditional knowledge of the developing country was challenged successfully, and the United States Patent Office revoked the patent. Another interesting case will be the Basmati. Basmati cases, you people are well aware that Basmati, I have told you, Basmati is a queen of rice or a perfumed fragrance of perfumed rice. So which have a distinct, unique flavor, aroma, as well as a unique size, which will give a unique taste. This rice is imported aspects in the southeast and other parts of Asia, especially Pakistan and India, subcontinental. And India part concerned is Haryana, and some of the parts of Rajasthan. They are cultivating Himalayas foothills due to the climatic weather conditions and rainfalls. There will be a foothills so that the climate will be affordable, or should be environment will be ambient for the cultivating of the Basmati rice. This Basmati rice would have been stolen by the US person, Rice Tech company. They have got the patented in the name of Texmati. These case has been challenged for the biopiracy. American company Rice Tech was granted patent in USPTO. Basmati rice is traditionally grown in Pakistan. The use of GI tag is already there in that they have failed to get the US tag. Rice Tech uses the name of Basmati, which was derived from the Indian rice but not grown in India and of the same quality as Basmati, would have lead to violation concept of GI tag. We were absolutely confident the rice grain size and the things would have been there. Rice Tech claimed the tool for 10 claims, 10 years to development the aroma in the rice lines. Branding a Basmati looked like Basmati. They used inbreeding of the ordinary American rice with the subcontinental Basmati rice. Rice Tech able to not only call aromatic rice Basmati with the name of US label Basmati. So we will be struggling. We are the largest exporters for the Basmati rice for the European country as well as the Asian countries. So Rice Tech, after got the GI tag, they have been exporting in the name of Basmati itself, not for the Basmati or a Texmati. They are similar to Basmati. They have started to exporting. Accordingly, our revenue, our economy will come into fall down. Then the brand association, we will manufacturers using into their product. Government of India was served the pressure from the exporters and the farmers lodged an appeal with USPTO. They submitted the evidence to USPTO. We have the 40,000 to 50,000 metric tons of basmati annually. No official response was given in this situation. Then the international Pakistani government and export need more education. Pakistan is silent in this case. India will be the strugglers, but India has taken a challenge. Accordingly, some of the product claims would have been deleted and some of the process claims have been maintained. Still, balance 17 claims made in the patent. Hence, the basmati battle over basmati was partially won by India, not fully. Neem cases, you are well aware that neem is a tree which is a nativity in India, which is called as a village pharmacy because of the healing veracity and used in the Ayurvedic property. The biopiracy is the theft of the generic material, especially plants and part of the neem plants. So they have WC, Grace and Co. The wood company, timber company has patented the product for emulsification or a toothpaste or the cosmetic solutions, the neem active material azotica. Accordingly, India has came to know that the biopiracy of that particular thing, the biopiracy challenge would have been initiated by the government of India, especially Dr. U.P. Singh, I think so. The neem patent has been revoked from the European Patent Office till the cases would have been not revoked in the USPTO. Novartis case, as per the TRIPS agreement, TRIPS has asked the neighboring countries to grant product patents, but there will be a process patents only will be allowable in the Indian patent scenario to meet the TRIPS obligations. In WTO obligation, India has to amend the Patent Act by granting the product patents such as medicines, food and recipes and composition claims would have been claimed by the foreign countries as well as the Indian countries. India has asked a 10 years time period to strengthen its IP Act. Accordingly, Novartis has asked the exclusive right in 2003. The exclusive rights would have been granted January 2005. The EMR, exclusive marketing right, Novartis injection was challenged by the Cipla and the Ranbaxy and Sun Pharma manufacturing, selling, distributing, exporting the drug. Injection was later absolved in a single bench judge of High Court. Once the generic manufacturer stopped producing the Glyvic, the price of the drug jumped from the approximately because of the exclusive marketing right. Cipla, Ranbaxy, and the Sun Pharma, they have made a generic drug of similar to the Novartis Glyvic drug. But once they have made an infringement suit, we have the exclusive marketing right. These people should be stopped immediately. The drug price would have been raised like anything. For the single dose, it will be cost for 1,20,000 rupees. Indian drug companies went into the appeal, which was heard by the division bench of Madras High Court. Novartis has obtained the patent in US and Canada. Process for preparation thereof. We argued no patent was filed in India for the imatinib mesylate that will be the active compound. The EMR has been widely challenged in the court of generic producer of the drug on the ground that the compound being derivative of a molecule known prior to 1995 did not satisfy the novelty criteria because Glyvic main compound will be the imatinib mesylate, but the patented claim will be related to process respect of pyrimidine derivative and the process for the preparation thereof. So hence they have challenged the novelty of the claimed invention. Novartis said that EMR was not confirmed. So I have got the EMR for the 5 years until unless order was passed, patent claim in India, whichever is earlier. Novartis 1997 applied the grant of patent for the drug Glyvig in the Indian Patent Office in Chennai. 1995 they got the patent. 2005 Patent Act was amended, granting once the patent would have been granted, EMR should not be there. So after the amendment in the Patent Act 2005, EMR would have been cancelled because the patent would have been granted. By the way of opposition, Cipla Limited along with the other generic producer filed their representation under section 25(1) pre-grant opposition. The amended patent by the patent amendment, the following two issues will be argued. Whether the product patent applied the patent qualified to the invention as the product was anticipated by the prior publication and the obviousness. Prior publication and the inventive steps they have challenged. Indian drug companies went to appeal. Madras High Court Division Bench contended that Novartis has obtained the patent US and Canada only for the pyrimidine derivative and the process. They argued that the patent was filed in India for the imatinib mesylate. The assistant controller held imatinib mesylate is already well known in the prior publication by citing the prior publication of the US patent, pharmaceutically acceptable salt and the base of the compound specifically mentioned the imatinib mesylate as a product. US patent discloses the methane sulfonic acid as one of the salt form. Imatinib mesylate is nothing but it's a sulfonic salt form of imatinib. Imatinib, when it is mixed with the sulfuric acid, it will be getting the imatinib mesylate salt. So the US documents have given the prior citation, salt forming of the group by using methane sulfonic acid, so that the patent specification clearly states that the required acid addition salt are obtained by the customary manner. Also that the imatinib mesylate normally exists in the beta crystal form. They have challenged that yes, it is a imatinib mesylate only, it is a methane sulfonic salt form only, but the form of the imatinib mesylate will be the stable form. Then the people told that even if it is nothing can be done, the form should be in a stable. If it is the beta form, imatinib mesylate will be beta crystalline form. Whatever the beta crystalline form will be the stable form only. Nothing can be done more than that for making the stable that imatinib mesylate. Anticipated by the prior publication, the controller argued that then they have told that bioavailability test imatinib mesylate will be more stable when it is adding solubility in water, did not bring any out. Then the controller told that mere bioavailability or a solubility will not be considered as a efficacy under section 3D of the Patent Act. The Rangasamy, Mr. E.B. Rangasamy, Assistant Controller of Patent Designs, learned the judge in present the case refuses because by mere citing that bioavailability will not be considered as an improved efficacy or the improved property over the existing well-known property, because the imatinib mesylate is well-known salt which was known as per the USPTO document, and this is they have argued that the bioavailability solubility will be more, so that will be stable. This will not be per se will not be considered as a to meet the requirement of section 3D. Accordingly, he rejected. Then the aggrieved party gone to the High Court. Then High Court challenged the constitutional validity of section 3D. Then section 3D, Madras High Court dismissed the petition filed by Swiss Pharma. The patent case has been, they told that if it is, what will be the mere bioavailability will not be considered as a improved efficacy. Improved efficacy means it should be proved by therapeutic efficacy, then only the improved efficacy will be considered. Therapeutic efficacy curing the effect of the compound. For example, if it is the imatinib which having the curing effect will be 50%, when it is in the salt form, will curing the efficacy effect will be the 70%. There will be a drastic huge difference between the imatinib base compound and the salt form. If the curing effect will be there more, then accordingly the compound will be considered as a novel compound. Then it have the merit of the case. But in such circumstances, it fails to show the therapeutic efficacy. Accordingly, the case would have been, product claims would have been refused. Yeah. These are the classic. Some more cases also there for Bajaj versus TVS for a DTSI technology, digital twin plug technology. Bajaj has a Pulsar and the bikes will have the DTSI technology, which was stolen by TVS company. Then the case gone to infringement suit. The TVS people told that we have made the 3-valve thing. One will be used for fuel burning efficacy, and another one will be there having a function of the improving the oxygen content for in the ignition stage. Accordingly, the case would have been the DTSI technology is challenged in the Bajaj. Bajaj won the case, and accordingly, royalty would have been paid by the TVS company. And another dual SIM technology, there will be a person, Mr. Ram Kumar. He is from the village background. He has filed a dual SIM technology. At a time, 2 connections will be attended by using Bluetooth as well as this technology. Once he got the patent in the Indian Patent Office, immediately the person has shown the certificate to the customs. Immediately the importing goods from the Samsung, Apple and other peoples would have been seized. More than a lakh of pieces would have been seized in the customs of Mumbai coastal portal area as well as from Indian things. After that, they have made the infringement suit against the things. Dual SIM technology will be already available in the Micromax and other things and all. This will not be new. Accordingly, the merit of the case would have been revoked. Then the dual technology will be granted. Any questions, please? If something should be interactive, then only it will be useful for us.
Sir, they have posted, sir, whether the COVID-19 vaccine is patentable.
Oh, yes, of course, COVID-19 vaccines are patentable, but there will be a conditions. If it is the large public interest, the affordability of the cost, the manufacturing capacity, as well as the working of the patent. If these things should be maintained by the patent owner, then only the COVID-19, those who got the patent owner will enjoy the exclusive right. Accordingly, he can get the royalty and other benefit. If you don't have such facilities, if he only got the patented right, vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine would have been protected under the Patent Act, then that has been manufacturing facilities would have been not started. The quantity which was required to the country will not be sufficiently met the quantity of the product. In such circumstances, if person one who wanted to show that I am having the manufacturing capacity, I am the vaccine producer, not for the COVID vaccine, some other vaccine producers, then I have the capacity, I can generate a vaccine for the huge amount. In such situation, compulsory license will be given by the government of India. Forcefully, the right would have been taken from the inventor and the right would have been given to the person who is making huge quantity of the COVID-19 vaccine. Yeah, please. Any questions? Hello?
How to determine the enhanced efficiency and or property for equipment or machine to get patent?
Pardon?
How to determine enhanced efficiency or property for equipment or machine to get patent?
Field only. The efficiency means the engine, 2-stroke engine, what will be the mileage and what will be the other properties is there, no? The mileage property is there, the twin technology, the burning of that fuel and the air, how it will be burning, how it will be the consumption will be there for the petrol savings. Those things will be considered in the mechanical field or the device or the machines. efficiency. For example, if it is the blood glucose test will be available for any kind of device. If it is taking for 20 minutes or 1 hour for detecting the glucose content in the blood, the improved machinery would have the time period will be less. Time also is one of the criteria or the factor to consider the efficacy or the inventive steps in terms of inventive steps concerned, or the cost also will be the one of the criteria for considering the efficacy. If it is the cost of the so and so product will be 100 rupees, the invented product will be only the 20 rupees, that also will be taken into consideration. Yes.
Sir, Gupta sir, you can ask sir. Gupta sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
The first thing that I would like to know, because what we have learned it till now, that any plant or the agricultural product that are given by the nature cannot be get patented.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is true, no, sir. Okay, so when if it is true, then how come the turmeric or the neem or this basmati rice, the patent has they have got it?
That's what I
And
told
my
you.
second.
Yeah,
And sir, my second question is, suppose as there are a lot of the plants available in the nature, but what are the medicinal value of those plants? No one knows. Suppose if I go for, if I extracted an essential oil of any of the plant, and after that I found it that that particular element which is over there in the plant is having some sort of the medicinal value, then can I get patent on it or not?
First question answer is, the plant which was available in the nature as such will not be a patentable subject matter. When you are claiming such plant combination or a composition or a mixture for a particular ratios, when you are combining A plant, B plant, C plant and D plant, which will give a new property, new healing property or a new property will be taken into consideration. Accordingly, the patent will be granted. And second question, what is this? What is your second question?
Second question was, suppose if I have extracted
yeah, that's what. The plant will be already available in the nature. The property of the plant also will, the documentation or the publication or the prior use or the prior knowledge, somebody would have been known. When you are filing a patent application in the patent office, before the time period, somebody would have been known the knowledge in the way of prior use or a prior knowledge or a prior publication or any scientific community or any piece of knowledge. If it is in a written form, the date should be clearly mentioned. The day which you have filed the application before the date, then that will come into the picture. Accordingly, your case will not be granted, but there will be a no knowledge, there will be a no piece of knowledge, then you are the lucky person. Accordingly, the patent will be granted for you. Patent anticipation, especially for the publications. If there will be a no publication, whatever the product you are claiming, the property you are claiming, if it is a product or the property, if it is already occurring in the nature, the property would have been not disclosed. It will be considered as the discovery of the invention, not for the, it is a patentable subject matter. The compound of the some ore will be there. In that ore will have contained the thorium content. The thorium content will be there in that particular ore or the sand. Nobody will know. You came to know that this ore might have be having the having the mineral property, mineral of so and so. Then by using extraction technology, you are extracting the particular ore from the particular sand. Then the extraction methodology process will be patentable. But that particular content is there in the ore will be well known in the thing. You have discovered that one also. You have not made more than that. What is the contribution would have been made by you will be come into the picture. What is the effort you have made? What is the functionality you have made? What you have done? What will be your contribution for making the things? Since if it is the difficulty in the prior art, there will be a problem, but you have solved the problem by making a special technology or a special things. That time it will be taken into consideration. By mere isolation, mere extracting from the naturally occurring material will be considered only discovery, will not be considered as a patentable subject matter.
So another
Okay, thank you,
question, sir. So another question, sir.
Yeah,
When
please.
NBA approval is required, what are the NBA royalty classes related to patent?
Yeah, NBA approval is required if you are mentioning that is geographical origin or a biological material where you have taken that particular material, that will be come into the picture. If the material would have been taken from the particular community people or a particular region, the particular society, then the royalty will be shared to, if it is the registered community, the royalty will be go to those people for their further development, economical development and their life rehabilitation.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? That's all. No questions, I think so.
Actually, I thought of taking international filing systems, but by mistakenly, I have seen in the poster patent enforcement. I have given a much importance to the patent enforcement. Otherwise, I would have been covered international filing system. I am a specialist in that field, presently in charge of the PCT filing system. I thought
So you can give a glimpse. Another half an hour is there. You can just give a glimpse of how to do it.
That's what it is. That's what it is. A two-part of session will be there. One will be the physical filing, and another will be the electronic filing. We will have one more session in different days. Huh?
Yes, sir. I'll plan it, sir. I'll surely plan it.
Because I am having a hearing.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I'll plan it, sir. Surely I'll plan it the second week. I'll ask you the time. I'll plan it.
I thought that by seeing that your invitation, patent enforcement is there. I was shocked. I was thought of taking international filing procedures and other procedures, but patent enforcement is there. Okay, let me complete patent enforcement. It will took for more than hours. Any question is there, even if it is a PCT, if anybody having any questions also, please ask. If somebody would have been filed an international application, if there will be any doubt or anybody wanted to file a PCT application, please ask questions. I am ready to answer it. If anybody interested for filing a foreign application, for filing application in India will be protected only for the Indian territory. Will not be sufficient.
Sir, I have that Australian patent is there. So now Germany patent is also coming. Sir, German patent, Australian patent. Yeah. Whether actually we are doing it only for the NBA purpose, but we cannot do any other credit is there in that, sir, for us?
No, actually, barring filing invention will be the two paths. One will be the convention route under Paris Convention. Another will be the PCT, Patent Cooperation Treaty. So under the PCT, more than 150 countries are member countries. So if you are selecting while filing all designated states, it is applicable the day which you have filed your invention, the protection or the priority will be retained while filing a PCT application. After that, there will be a, as per the PCT consent, there will be a two-stage, chapter 1 stage and chapter 2 stage. Chapter 1 will be the international filing stage. Chapter 2 will be the national phase entry. So national phase entry is nothing but each and every member countries having their own patent act and rules. So it is necessary in PCT application is not a granting authority. PCT system is only the patent filing system, not the granting system. Don't think that if you would have been filed application under the PCT system, you should not keep simply quiet. I would have been protected my right worldwide. Of course, you would have been protected by mere publication, your invention. Public will came to know that Mr. X person have invented a X invention. That's all. But you have not protected, you are not granted the patent for particular invention. That's what you cannot make any infringement suit. That's all. Okay. After that, each country is having their own patent act and rules. You have to approach them. If you wanted to protect German, you need to file the German formalities. If you wanted to protect Australia, you need to file an Australian Patent Office system. If you wanted to protect in European Patent Office, there will be a set of Patent Act and rules will be there. You need to meet the requirements. Unless until if you are not meeting, it doesn't mean that if such authority would have been given the report, such authority is acknowledged by patentability criteria such as novelty, inventive steps, and industrial applicability, so that you don't feel that I have been protected. So ISA, I have received a wonderful report, so that automatically designating countries, all the member countries under the PCT. Each and every countries have their own such strategies tool. They're having their own patent act and rules. They will carry out the invention. The documents which was not cited in the ISA, the same shall be cited in the USPTO report or the German patent office or the whatever the patent office.
Another question, sir. Indian government has supreme authority over our patent.
Yeah,
They are asking. Is it correct, sir? They are asking.
definitely.
Yes. Then, sir, kindly clarify the term priority in terms of Indian patent and PCT patent filing system.
Priority will be the connection with the Indian patent filing and the PCT filing system. I am Rajini. Today I have an idea. Today I am going to file a patent application. I have an invention. I am going to patent office. I am filing my invention, patented invention. The day which I am filing in the Indian Patent Office will be the date of filing. That is considered as the priority date when you are going to the PCT application. For example, from the date, today I have filed application today, from 12 months period, you need to file PCT application to protect your invention foreign countries. Right? For example, that's what I told you. Today I have filed an application in the Indian Patent Office. Then what will be the month? July. July I have filed. Then you have the 12 months time period to file a PCT application from July 2021 to July 2022. In between, you thought that you wanted to file a application PCT. You are planning to file on December 2021. Okay. You are filing a PCT application on December 2021, the application which you have filed in the Indian Patent Office, but your priority will start from the day which you have filed your application in the Indian Patent Office. That is called priority date. There will be a link between the priority date and the Indian Patent Office and the PCT application. Is it clear or some
Yes,
more
sir.
clarity is required?
It's clear, I think. So who comes under individual entity in PCT, which have 90% rebate in PCT filing?
That's what 90%. As per the India receiving office, India concerns, developed countries, the criteria will be the developed countries and developing countries. India comes under the developing countries. The people, those who are filing, even irrespective of the natural person. For example, Rajini is filing a PCT application in my name. I will be considered as a natural person. Accordingly, I will be getting a 90% fee reduction. If it is the legal entity would have been filed, for example, applicant will be the Indian resident or Indian nation, he will be getting 90% fee reduction. If two people will be there, Mr. Rajini, he is residing in India, and another Mr. X, he is a nation of US, then the 90% fee reduction will not be considered.
Sir, any advice for those preparing for patent agent examination?
No, that's what now 2 years before would have been a call for would have been published in the Indian official gazette, but due to the corona problem, this has been extended. I don't think whether they will be except for the new applications for people those who are applying for the patent agent. So better to wait for next session. Prepare the Indian Patent Act and rules. The Act and rules will be available in our manual, our official website. Please go through it. Then that will be definitely helpful for you when you are appearing a patent agent.
So that Indian Patent Act 1971 book is
No,
that is
will be act. By reading act, you are unable to understand the
okay.
essence of the things and all. There will be a manual
Okay.
guidelines we have given.
Yes, sir.
You read that one, you can understand better than the act and rules.
Sir, lawyers can appear as patent agent, they're asking.
Lawyers are lawyers can file application, lawyers can pay the fee on behalf of the applicant, but lawyers will not be act as a patent agent. As per the patent system, Indian patent system concerns, the qualification of the patent agent will be the master degree or the engineering degree. Though people have to clear the patent agent, even though they are a law graduate also will be coming under. Only law graduate will not be considered as a patent agent when it come into the arguments before the controller. You can file application, but you cannot make any arguments or any reply statement or anything as per the technical matter concerns. You have to qualify, though you are an advocate, you have to qualify the patent agent exam. Then only you will be considered as a patent registered agent.
Sir,
Here, law graduation is not enough to act as a patent agent.
Sir,
But in case of trademark and copyrights, law graduation is more enough. No need to clear any further examination. In terms of patent concerns, law graduates along with science or engineering degree, then you have to qualify the patent agent exam. Then only you will be act as a patent agent.
So another one. Kindly let me know whether IPO has any support for filing the patents with nominal consultation charges.
Definitely. Yearly, there will be a concession they are giving. People, those who are unable to affordable the filing procedures, they are unable to have the knowledge of drafting. In Indian Patent Office, yearly, I don't know how many people they are considering. They are hiring the people. Some registered attorneys are there in the Indian Patent Office linked with the patent agent and the Indian Patent Office. There will be a people names will be available in our official website. If you are approaching to them, they will guide you. They will prepare the complete specification. They will file you on behalf of you. Then if they are submitting the receipt, the processing fee, everything to the patent office will refund the amount on behalf of the individuals.
Sir, another question. What are the steps for claiming startup facilitator patent filing fees at patent office?
I am not much very clear all the procedures. Startup India website, please refer. There will be procedures will be there. Please try to meet the requirement. Startup India. Okay.
Any other questions? We can wind up. Sir, we can have a group photo, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Participants, kindly switch on your camera. Sir, you stop your sharing, sir, when it needs. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, participants will be having our yoga session from 2 o'clock. And the test link will be posted in the GCR as well as in the WhatsApp group by 1:30. So in the GCR 1:30, the test link will get activated. You can do it. Till 5 o'clock, it will be there. Then I think the yoga session will be ended at 3:30. After 3:30, I want to collect the feedback from you also. We'll have a feedback and we can have a group, another group photo. Let all the cameras will be on because only some of them are on the cameras because I have to give a group photo to the Atal also. So you do it that thing. Then Atal feedback, you have to fill it. So we have only two things. From your part, you have to fill the Atal feedback. So then after, in my part, I have to complete, as a coordinator, I have to complete my your test marks and attendance. So don't worry about the attendance and the test marks. You just attend the test. That is it. Right? You try the test. Okay. And some of them I've asked about the materials. Today's PPT, I'll again post in the GCR. You can get it from the GCR itself. All the recordings have been posted in the Google Classroom. So you can have anytime you can view it out. Okay. Okay. So after yoga session, we can have the photo also. So 2 o'clock, the yoga session will be started. Thank you. Thank you. You can go for lunch.